So our next speaker is Rebecca Campbell. How many of you guys know the Austin Film Society? I know you do, right? That's it? Okay, so how many of you guys at the end of this are going to support the Austin Film Society? That's probably what she's thinking right now. Excellent. Well, she's here again to talk about the same transformation in technology from the perspective of being the executive director at the Austin Film Society, which I personally support. I think it's a great organization. I'd encourage all of you to as well. Without any further delay, Rebecca Campbell.
You know how Austin shows up on all these top 10 lists? Well, it's no different when it comes to film. We're frequently named the #1 regional film center in which to live and make movies. So from the point of view of the Austin Film Society, what's important is that we treat film not just like a business, but we also take care of the culture of film, which creates this incredible virtuous cycle. And luckily, there are all these institutions that are now reinforcing and supporting each other. And it's a good thing because Austin has to compete with cities and states in order to get the business, because film is obviously great economic development. It's great jobs, union jobs that dump millions of dollars into the economy over a period of a few months, and it supports mom and pop businesses, which of course are the engine for the economy. So, and there's also the bragging rights. So Austin has to remain competitive, and this is why when the old airport shut down, the Austin Film Society was able to make a deal with the city of Austin to create Austin Studios, which is on 20 acres and has 7 former airplane hangars that are full of film production. And as far as we know, no other city has a publicly supported film studio right in the middle of the city. We support films, TV, commercial, and games at a super wide range of budgets, and it's been very successful. It's brought $1.3 million into the economy to date. And here's just a sample of the 80-some films that have called Austin Studios home base since we started in 2000. And our current tenant is the TV show From Dusk Till Dawn, which is from Robert Rodriguez's homegrown TV network. Rodriguez and Linklater are the two that you always hear about, but I have some really good news, which is that there is a whole new generation popping after 20 years. And if you haven't heard these names yet, they're names that you will hear soon. David Gordon Green, Jeff Nichols, Kat Candler, Andrew Bujowski, David and Nathan Zellner, and there's probably about a dozen more. They're winning awards and they're getting distribution deals. So one reason for this is artist services programs that the Film Society's been doing, such as cash grants for filmmakers. Basically, we've been a capital factory for filmmakers for the past 20 years, and we feel like lately this investment is really paying off. So what's next? Well, the city just agreed to extend our lease for another 75 years, and we've been given $5.4 million from the voters. And we're going to build out a creative media hub. And there, we have been selected as a Google Fiber community site. So this building will be packed with artists and small businesses. And we envision that there will be artists like Burns Hollyman, who you just heard from. He's one of our tenants. That Google Fiber will support that. Editors will be able to quickly send files around the world. Filmmakers will be able to provide mentorship and work together collaboratively without having to travel. A huge theme, I think, that we've heard tonight. And then there's our future anchor tenant, which is Rooster Teeth, a homegrown success story. Their work spans the whole spectrum of traditional filmmaking to gaming, and they have a massive, fervid community of supporters, 7 million YouTube subscribers around the globe. They're about to make their first feature film, Laser Team, which just raised a record $2.4 million on Indiegogo. Increased bandwidth and speed is a necessity for creatives like Rooster Teeth. What we really want to do is think about this in terms of an ecosystem. We've got these assets that this founding generation of the Film Society has created. We want to use them to build something that can sustain and renew itself. The Austin Film Society's vision is to make Austin synonymous with great film. And I've talked about emerging filmmakers, and I've talked about film production, but I want to leave you thinking about the supply side, which is film culture. We passionately believe it's important to know the history of this art form and to watch films the way they were meant to be seen in the theater on the big screen. But with Gigabit, we're going to be able to share our great local culture with the rest of the world. And Gigabit will also help us extend and enhance the programs we do for the next generation. And those include after-school programs at 18 schools around Austin that are free, and field trips, summer camps, and also internship programs. So the idea is that this generation of the film community, which is pictured here, looks forward to passing the torch to the next generation. And fueled by Google Fiber, producers and consumers of media will be able to do more, better, faster to bring Austin to the world and the world to Austin. Thank you.